William Hill World Darts Championship on Sky Sports.
The greatest year of his life. Welcome back to the Alexandra Palace, where Joe Murnan, the man they call Shaggy, has levelled up the match against the Hammer, Andy Hamilton. He's been 6 darts towards a 9-dart leg in this match too. Rob Jarbo, the New Zealander, is through to play Jamie Caven later on this afternoon. Hamilton, Murnan, 1 each, and then the Gentlemensieur. Silovic against Watamina comes up after the game we're currently watching. Stephen Bunting's in action this evening, and so is the great RVB.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Third set.
Ali
First
Pally
leg, Joe to
stage
throw
has
first.
been shifted this year at right angles to where it used to be, and the crowd much closer to the action, more of them shoehorned in to this famous old venue. I like it, Wayne.
I do too. And the audience members I've spoken to, they like it. So everyone's happy.
Look at Andy Hamilton, he looks ecstatic, doesn't he?
32. $84.
Andy Hamilton had a couple of leg bursts to win the first set, didn't do a lot right in the second, and he started off this
39.
throwing a bag of rusties. He seems to be struggling with the line. He's pulling them over to the right,
57.
which is unusual for a right-hander.
Well, so much so that Joe Murnan is now favourite to win the match, having started off as a slight underdog.
$137.
When Andy is missing, it's predominantly to the 1 or the 3. Just means he's pushing out on release, which is he's going to have to fix that. That's why he keeps it in the right-hand side of the treble.
$140. Joe, you require 80.
Well, that was a good dart. Tops for the lead.
60. And you require 153.
Well, you'd be surprised if this went. It won't go now.
93.
But there's no guarantee for
Joe, you
Murnan.
require 20.
He's been good on it so far.
In charge of first leg.
Good on it again.
Joe Murnan. Second leg, Andy to throw first. Game
So
on.
takes the lead. He did lead briefly in the first set. He was 2 legs to 1 up in the first set. And as Wayne says, he's been very good on double 10. So good, in fact, he hasn't missed it in the entire match. He's thrown it in 3 times.
140.
I know that. Andy Hamilton just at his 9th 140.
96.
Well, it's a very... Look, any game at the World Championship is a big game, but it's a very big game for Andy Hamilton. We've already alluded to his slide down the rankings. If he were to lose here, and obviously pick up the minimum ranking points he could pick up from this tournament, the slide would continue apace, and it would put enormous pressure on him in the 2016 season.
It'd be more or less certain to drop outside the top 32.
Yes.
And once you do that, your rankings change. You start becoming a non-seed when you play in these tour events.
And then it becomes a question of motivation, doesn't it?
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
You
can hardly motivate yourself to get out of bed these days.
All right.
Here we go. Looking for number 4. But seriously, we were talking to Steve Brown, who's here with his academy, the Bristolian darts player, and he now has basically dropped off the circuit, hasn't he? A chance to go to Q school, qualifying school, doesn't want to do that, and he, like you, saying the same things. It's difficult to motivate yourself to fight back into the game, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got to have that desire, that will, that want. Andy is a bit more of a battler than I ever was. I was more of a showboater. I was all right when it was all going my way. Drizzly Tuesday in, I think it was a May '93 it was. Lasted about 25 minutes.
The ball. Oh, beautiful first dart. 2 at double 16 for the hammer. Double 8.
74. Joe, you require 148.
Can you, Joe? 60. Oh, wild.
45.
Well, just a little bit of pressure on the 8. Should have been a lot more. I find that Andy is better with the higher doubles. He can be more aggressive.
Game shot on the second leg. Andy Hamilton. Third leg, Joe to throw first. Game on.
Set still on throw.
$57.
The darts that Andy's thrown at 32 and 8s have not gone in with any venom, even though some have. But when he seems to go for any double up higher than double 6, like double 4,
60.
tops, it looks likely. It's quite scary.
Well, they've played 3 times in the past. Hamilton has won 2 of those 3 meetings, but they haven't met since March 2014, and none of them were in what you'd call big ones. And this game, very even. No wonder he's shaking his head, but that
63.
third dart does salvage the turn.
$96.
They're enjoying themselves.
$64.
Definitely got a problem with the pulling, as Andy Hamilton.
100.
It's happening far too often. He's going to find it very concerning. When the first dart goes okay, he is okay. So easy to lose confidence in this game.
58. Joe, you require 151.
Well, this is to regain the lead in this set for Joe Murnan, and he looks to have a little bit of time on his side. 105 in front as he started the visit.
97.
Satisfactory to leave a 2-dart combination.
$93.
Well,
Joe, you
that made no
require
sense.
54.
Should have gone back upstairs or for a 57, but there you go. Tops!
Game shot.
Yeah,
the third
super.
leg.
Joe Murnan's finishing has been
Full
good.
leg, Andy, at throw first.
Not just okay, it's been
on.
good. 50%.
Oh, now then. Well, at the moment, Joe Murnan
62.
is the man they call Shaggy, but Andy Hamilton hasn't got a Scooby-Doo where these darts are going.
I get it.
Well, he hasn't. And if you don't know why they're going places, you can't
22.
rectify it. Coming next, Mensur Silovic against Jermaine Watamena.
And then Rob Zabo, who won the prelim game, take on Jabbar, Jamie Caven. Yeah, what will annoy Andy
60.
greatly is when you're at a 61st start and then 1-1. That's something, when you're playing well, you can't even comprehend doing. It doesn't happen. Andy used to be one of these players that the darts 2 and 3 used to absolutely clatter into the first one.
$140.
11th, 140.
$34. And you require 140.
Well, this set seems destined now to go to a last leg. Murnan would have the throw. Oh, well, if you're going to get a bounce out, that might not be the most catastrophic time to have one.
20.
Still leaves 120, and whatever Murnan hits here, well, if it's a 180, it will just leave a finish, but that is only hope. 180, 177. So Hamilton with time, despite the unlucky bounce
58.
out.
And you require 120.
Yeah, as you said, not a disaster. Wants a 60 for Tops. Good dart. Tops.
100.
Double 10, and his
Any
opponent still
required
not on the finish, despite having thrown 18 darts in this leg. Hamilton, double 10, the target that Murnan doesn't miss.
Andy
Hamilton, at the second time of asking, ties up the third set. 1-1 in sets, 2-2 in legs. Who will take the lead? Will it be a frustrated Hamilton or Murnan?
Well, that second dart was tight from Joe Murnan. It was a perfect marker. But the arm just didn't release. Yeah, good last start. Just enough to keep Joe concerned. Very concerned now.
100.
Well, if Andy Hamilton can somehow win this leg, get the set, well, then he's firm favourite, because he's got the darts in the fourth.
Well, he broke at the back end of the first set.
43.
Another wayward one. Tons enough for Joe Murnan. A 140 certainly wouldn't hurt him if Andy was to hit that. A 180 would be concerning.
Well, it's so in and out, isn't it? It's like a darting hokey-cokey from Andy Hamilton.
78.
In out, shaking all about. It's his head he's shaking all about. As Murnan bangs in a fourth maximum at a particularly poignant moment. That is a game changer. It more or less guarantees him a raft at doubles at the back end of this set.
Unless
Joe, you
feel that if Joe misses this, Andy will have to take out the 157. That leaves 32.
46.
Well, I said it more or less guaranteed him a raft of doubles.
57.
He's had a couple of them. He'll probably get another 3. He will get at least another 3.